So you see how life was bringing me towards the Magician's Jewel. I made this because I wanted to make a movie and to embed the meaning of the Bosnian place itself into the movie, but actually what I was moving towards was building the Magician's Jewel. We've got the 5 pictures I had made previously, then we've got the 3 pictures that I made that's on your bookmark for the Bosnian movie, 8 pictures in total, which are now going to piece by piece be built into the installation of the Magician's Jewel. So I suggest we start building that. So how did the Magician's Jewel come about? Did I just say, oh, I've got these 5 pictures, boom, I put together and make an installation piece? No. What happened was this. I became very interested in making something, doing a project to express the meaning of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Now, what is the Tibetan Book of the Dead? The Tibetan Book of the Dead in Tibetan is called the Bardo Thodol, which means liberation through hearing in the between. The traditional translation for it is the Tibetan Book of the Dead, because according to the Tibetan philosophy, it exposes the process of existence. So simplistically speaking, we are, all of us here in the Bardo of life. Bardo means in between. We are in the stage which is a section of our existence, which is life. We're incorporated, we have a body. We are in the Bardo of life. And at some point, when a situation occurs that is going to take us out of this life, a process that we call death, we enter into the Bardo of dying. So it might be that we catch a disease that's going to end in our death. It may be quicker than that. We may meet with an accident that's going to cause our death. What does death mean? It means that we are going to no longer be incorporated in the physicality of the 5 elements, and we're now going to be existing in a different space. So we have the Bardo of life, we have the Bardo of dying that takes us out of the Bardo of life, and when we've come out of the Bardo of life and shed this material body, we are now in the Bardo of reality, naked to our actual reality, what we really are. If we cannot recognize that space as our inherent being and merge into it and become the light of reality, because actually if we are not trained or accustomed to that space, it is so huge, so awe-inspiring and so overpowering that we are going to run away from it as fast as possible and seek what we are used to, which is this materiality, being embodied, our habitual patterns, the way that we are used to doing things. We're told in the Bardo Thodol, along with the great vast light of reality, it says, merge with yourself, be who you are. Oh no, it's too awe-inspiring. Suddenly the next thing will happen is these kind of deity figures will arise, and this is just symbology, yeah? It's not necessarily actually going to happen in reality like this. This is in symbol. There's this energy that's like, remember who you are. These peaceful deities come along and say, remember who you are, remember, and still you're afraid. And then come along these wrathful deities, remember who you are, come on, this is your chance to get out of the cycle. And still you're like, oh, this is frightening. So let's say that we do not merge with our inherent reality in the Bardo of reality, and we run away from that light and we start to move into becoming again. It's called the Bardo of becoming. Then there are these duller lights hanging around. A green duller light, a yellow duller light, a white, a red, a blue, these different colored lights. And you will start to gravitate according to the quality of your consciousness. You will start to gravitate towards one of these colored doorways, and they will lead you into one of the realms. It could be the grey one will lead you to the hell realm. If you're this violent, angry person, you'll sort of gravitate towards this grey light. If you're like this more peaceful person, you'll gravitate to the door which leads you to the realm of the gods. The realm of the gods is not outside of the system. This just means you're stuck in a state of pride where, you know, you're above everybody else and all the material abundance comes to you and everything you like you have and everything. This is not out of the system. It's a better place to be than the hell realms, but it still has its defects. If we're going to miss out on the absolute stage of reality, really what we want to do is end up in the human realm, because the human realm is where we have a capacity to see all octaves, all ranges of being. I mean, the human realm is a desire realm. We want all the time. We've got one thing, we need the next. So each of these realms is really expressing the meaning of one or another emotion. The gods are pride, the demigods are jealousy, the humans are desire, the animals are ignorance, the hungry ghosts are miserliness, and the hell realm beings are anger. So we're pulled towards one or another of these realms, and then we enter into the Bardo of becoming, and slowly we move towards the frequency of the parents that are copulating, and we're desperate now to get a body. We need a material body, whatever it is. But then the Bardo Thodol tells us, be careful, don't enter a cave. The cave is going to take you into the animal realm. If you see bunches of rocks, don't enter into the rock place, because that'll take you into the realm of the hungry ghosts. If you see huge mansions, okay, that'll take you into the realm of the gods. But better than that is the human realm. Like this, and they have all sorts of explanations of what visions will bring you into the human realm. Anyway, the force of your frequency is going to match you with where you're going to end up, you know, unless you have awareness of what's going on, which is difficult. I mean, how aware are any of us in our dreams, for example? Awareness in the dream will tell you if you're going to have awareness at this stage of your passage. So we've been in the human realm, we've been through the Bardo of dying, we've been to the Bardo of reality, we've run away from the light, which is so awe-inspiring, we've come into the Bardo of becoming, and now we enter into the womb of the mother who's going to carry us and bring us back into this realm. And oh no, you wake up as a piglet, you know? Miss the boat. So you see how we go round and round and round, and actually the key point is the Bardo of reality. And so what I have built into the Magician's Jewel is this process of existence. In addition to displaying an artistic, philosophical and spiritual process, the Magician's Jewel is also an active device which is working on our consciousness and with the environment. And that's where I come on to the really tricky questions for myself as what I call myself a creative, innovative artist. I am not an engineer, I'm not a scientist. I don't have the knowledge of metals, of materials, of the crystals. I mean, a little bit, I've dabbled in it. I know enough to talk to somebody who knows more about it, but I don't have enough knowledge and experience to build this machine in order to make it into the device that you, Judy, were asking about. What effect is it going to have on the humans who are participating in it? My aim is that we are going to build a device that carries energy through it that is going to convert and transform the Hertzian electromagnetic waves that are in our environment, the harmful Wi-Fi and radiation and the electricity in our environment, as we do in biogeometry, convert those into beneficial waves, but not just 100 meters around. This object at 90 feet, 30 meters high, I'm talking about cleaning up cities. So MoMA San Francisco has an art installation project to show the meaning of the Bardo Thodol, process of existence. Participants can enter into this large installation device and experience this process of existence. But at the same time, we've also built a device that is cleaning up the city, 10 miles radius, 15 miles radius, whatever. We're talking about a beacon here. 90 feet is a large object. I know it can be done. I just don't know exactly how. And this is where we're starting the dialogue today. We're a bunch of friends here, just sitting, having a chat, putting in our input, and thinking about how this can go on to the next stage. I need your help. I can't do this alone. Each of you have your fields of expertise, and small little suggestions may lead on to the answer. How to build the prototype of this, how to realistically create what I'm envisaging here. So let's put up the device.